Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the course Management Information Systems. Last time we had started with the chapter 11 from module 3, the Business Information Systems, and the chapter was Knowledge Management. Jiska key concept ye tha that knowledge is very important for the organizations, and so they need to manage this knowledge that they have, the explicit knowledge that the companies have for operational excellency and for optimal performance as well. We live in an information age jiska major source of wealth jo hai, that is knowledge. That if a certain company has a certain knowledge about doing a business process better, then that kind of knowledge brings value to the business, brings value to the organization, and thus it becomes their asset, it becomes their valuable asset, that knowledge. So that's why organizations and companies need to manage knowledge, needs to create knowledge, and need to store knowledge for longer periods of time. और ये वाला जो knowledge होता है ये over the years या तो उनके experts ने develop किया होता है या तो over the years organization ने खुद से develop किया होता है of doing certain kind of business processes in a better way. So in the last lecture, when we started off with doing the knowledge management, तो हमने जो पहली चीज़ देखी थी, that was about the differences between the data, information and knowledge. That is कि what is knowledge? Data convert होता है information में, and then knowledge is the one that makes the better use of the information. के information जो भी retrieve हुई है उसको use किस तरह करना है. एक तो ये चीज़ knowledge है. दूसरा ये कि किस किस्म के rules, procedures apply होंगे to create information from a certain set of data. Also, we looked at the different dimensions of the knowledge, that if knowledge is being, when we say that knowledge is used in the organization and this is the organizational knowledge, then what is organizational knowledge? Uske different forms hai. That is, कि the knowledge, when we say it's an intangible asset for the organization, the knowledge can be tacit, it could be explicit, it could be any kind of rules and procedures that the employees in the organization usually follow, or it could be something that is very expertise that have been developed by the organization or the experts. And basically knowledge is also what it is. It is about the how and the why of doing something or doing something in a better way. So if you have a certain information and you know what needs to be done, then knowledge is basically the thing that tells you why something needs to be done and how something needs to be done. So it is basically the why and the how behind the what of doing things. Also, we said that knowledge has location, means it's cognitive, either it can be in the minds of the people or it can be stored explicitly in the databases. Then again, we said that knowledge is situational in an organization, so it can be either contextual or it can be conditional. इसके अलावा we looked at the different kinds of knowledge management systems as well, because we said that knowledge needs to be maintained in the organization. That means there are certain systems that create the knowledge, that store the knowledge, that share the knowledge, as well as use the knowledge within the organization so as to achieve the organizational goals. So this is what the knowledge management systems do, that is they create or acquire, store, share, as well as utilize the knowledge in the organization. इसके अलावा we looked at the different kinds of knowledge management systems, जिसमें number one was the enterprise level knowledge management systems, जिसमें we said there is the content management systems, there is the knowledge network systems, as well as learning management systems and collaborative systems. Then we looked at the second type of knowledge management systems, that were the knowledge work systems. These were the specialized systems that were used by different professionals to do their tasks in a better manner, and this also allowed, included or compromise of the concept of virtual reality. Right, then there is a third category of knowledge management systems, जो कि आज हम देखेंगे, that is all about utilizing the artificial intelligence and the expert systems. So this is what we're going to do today, is going to understand the third category of knowledge management systems. So basically आपके learning objectives का जो last point था, that is to discuss the various intelligent techniques used in specialized information systems, specifically the expert systems. So basically आपके AI related systems या expert systems जो हैं, these are very specialized systems that can be used. Again, the purpose of information systems जो है उसी को cater करते हैं कि the purpose of expert systems and AI related systems again is used to achieve a certain competitive advantage or to create value for the business. Artificial intelligence. Now what is artificial intelligence is basically the computers are given the ability to mimic or duplicate the functions of the human brain. Mimic means to imitate, उनकी नकल करना, and duplicate means कि again जो functions human brain करता है, जो techniques human brain use करता है to solve a certain problem or to come up with a certain decision, तो वो वाली जो सारी techniques हैं, these techniques can be artificially programmed into a computer as well, so as that's why it's called artificial intelligence. That means कि human beings की जो intelligence होती है, जिस तरह उनका human brain काम करता है, that kind of intelligence is artificially developed into the computer systems. So इस चीज़ को हम artificial intelligence बोलते हैं. So when we talk about the artificial intelligence systems, that means the systems that are based on this concept of artificial intelligence, then we're going to define them as again the collection of people, procedures, hardware, software, data, and as well as knowledge needed to develop computer systems and machines that demonstrate the characteristics of intelligence. Now what are the characteristics of intelligence? ये भी हम थोड़ी देर में देखेंगे. So basically when we say that these systems are developed with the notion of artificial intelligence, that is कि जो intelligence है human beings की, that is artificially developed in these computer systems, then what can they do with this is that they can help to make medical diagnosis. ठीक है, that means that they can be used in medicine for medical diagnosis. कोई भी बीमारी है उसको figure out करेंगे कि किस किस्म की बीमारी है और उसका इलाज किस तरह होना चाहिए. Also, they can also be used for exploring the natural resources as well. They can also be used for determining what is wrong with any kind of a mechanical so they can also be used for determining what is wrong with any kind of a mechanical device, so that problem solving, again all this concept is towards problem solving, and it's also about figuring out that how you're going to come up with a certain decision. They also use in assisting in designing and developing other computer systems as well. Again, so basically artificial intelligence is again used for the variety of tasks that involve a lot of complexity and a lot of work done is required there. So humans भी ये वाला काम कर सकते हैं, लेकिन when this work is done by the computer machines or it is done by different kinds of machines, then that means कि वही वाला जो intelligence है, human की intelligence include हो रही है और computer systems की efficiency include हो रही है. So that means कि आपका जो सारा process है, that is becoming faster and efficient. Right जी, अभी जब हमने बात की थी that about the characteristics of intelligence, that is these systems imitate the human brain, and human brain को imitate करने का मतलब है कि they imitate the characteristics of intelligence. So when AI is used or artificial intelligence is used in systems, then what can they do? So that means this artificial intelligence allows the systems to learn from different experiences and apply the knowledge acquired from those experiences. So for example, अगर आपने कभी computer पर chess game खेली हो, again there is artificial intelligence involved in that chess game, that कि उस game के अंदर जो computer खेल रहा होता है, that then again it is learning from what it has done, वो किस point के ऊपर हारा था, लोगों ने कौन कौन सा काम किया, the other player that is playing with it, the human being. So again, it's just chess game maybe artificial intelligence use हो रही है, that is actually learning from the experiences and applying that experiences in that game. Right, the next point is it can handle the complex situations. So AI allows the computer systems to handle complex situations like human beings do. So again, they can be used with the top to help the top management deal with these complex situations, because the top management again deals with all kinds of complicated situations that deals with that is concerned with the market, which is concerned with the competitors and also the government regulations, as well as any kind of problems occurring by the workforce as well. So again, these kind of systems can be used to help the top management get out of different problematic situations and complex situations. Also, artificial intelligence also allows the computer systems to solve problems even if some kind of information is missing. So again, this is how our human brain works कि अगर कोई भी important information या किसी किस्म की भी information missing है, वो फिर भी they can sort of get the half information or inaccurate information and sort of use their own judgment and intelligence to come up with a certain solution. So similarly, artificial also allows these kind of systems to work in this way and come up with a solution. Also, it also allows them to determine what is important from a vast variety of data. For example, if there's lots of data available, then they can pick up something that is important. Again, like the human mind works, अगर बहुत सारी information available है, तो वो वाली information pick up करेंगे that is more relevant or that is more important to a certain problem-solving activity. And then again, AI also allows the processing and manipulation of the different kinds of symbols. Again, computer systems जो हैं वो usually इस तरह develop नहीं किए जाते कि वो different kinds of symbols को intercept करें. But there are developments in the machine vision, hardware and software side that allows the computer systems to interpret and manipulate different kinds of symbols as well. Also, artificial intelligence allows the computers to have the ability to use the heuristics. That means that instead of using an optimal solution, they try to figure out an approximate solution or something, or they try to figure out something that is not very perfect, but it is a good solution to a certain problem. So heuristics is all about coming up with an approximation or coming up with a good solution and not going towards an optimal solution, because again, that requires a lot of processing and that requires a lot of time. So अगर आपकी inaccurate information है, अगर आपका incomplete information available है, तो उस चीज़ के साथ आप एक optimal decision या एक optimal solution नहीं put up कर सकते. Right, next we have the different branches of artificial intelligence. ये जो artificial intelligence का concept है, ये different types of computer systems में use हो सकता है, जिसका very important aspect is expert systems, जो आगे चल के हम अभी देखते हैं. So the very first branch of artificial intelligence that we're going to discuss is robotics. Robotics, like the name suggests, again, it's all about the use of robots, जिनको हम कहते हैं, और जो कि बहुत सारी movies में भी show होते हैं, and we are all very fascinated by what the robots can do. So in fact, they're human-like robots that are doing things and that are also helping most of the business processes in the organization, especially manufacturing side के ऊपर. So basically, robotics is a field that is concerned with developing mechanical and computer devices that can paint cars or make or do precision welding or do any kind of task that requires a lot of precision. That means अगर humans का basically they can err, that means उनसे mistake हो सकती है और उनसे वो perfection या वो precision नहीं आ सकती जो कि एक machine के working में आ सकती है. So basically, robotics is a field that is concerned with the kind of machines that help the organizations do the tasks जिनमें बहुत ज़्यादा precision और बहुत ज़्यादा work required हो. So that's why they are mostly used in the automobile manufacturing में भी use हो सकता है, again जिस तरह हमने कहा था painting cars, and they can be used in military systems as well. And basically they can be used in any kind of hazardous environment or hazardous situation जिसमें human beings नहीं जा सकते. For example, अगर कहीं पे बहुत ज़्यादा धुआं है या कहीं पे आग लगी हुई है या कोई एक इस किस्म की जगह है जहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा रेडियो एक्टिविटी है, and the human beings cannot go there, or it's very difficult for them to do any kind of research in that area, तो वहाँ से कोई particle लेके आना, that would be the work of the robots then that और उनके पीछे एक स्पेशल किस्म का सॉफ्टवेयर काम कर रहा था जिसको कंट्रोलिंग सॉफ्टवेयर कहते हैं and the very important aspect of that controlling software is artificial intelligence. So उस सॉफ्टवेयर में जो मेन component है that consists of the artificial intelligence, that is कि वो इंटेलिजेंस जो है वो उनके अंदर प्रोग्राम की गई है स्पेसिफिकली. So that's why it's called the artificially programmed intelligence. Then next we have the intelligent agent या जिसको हम bot भी बोलते हैं. Then it's a kind of a program and knowledge base combined to perform any kind of specific task for a certain person, or it can be for any other program as well. So intelligent agent again is a certain program जो कि कोई human user भी use कर सकता है और कोई और program भी उस program को access करके use कर सकता है, so that that can have a certain element of intelligence in that program as well. An intelligent agent basically it is designed in such a way that it can look through large amounts of data and pick up the relevant kind of information from there. So for example, they can be specifically used to search the internet to find relevant information about a certain kind of a topic or a certain price or schedule. So because of this, these intelligent agents can be used by the traveling agencies. They can also be used in the training programs as well to track the progress of the person, that okay, this person has done this and this would be the next step to be done in that training, or when somebody is doing the e-learning online or through the internet. And these intelligent agents can also be used to route security clearance information for the soldiers as well. So again, intelligent agent is a kind of a program that can be used by a certain person, or it can be used in any other kind of a program or by any other kind of program to do the certain tasks. For example, it can look at the different kinds of data and a vast amount of data that is present on the internet and pick up the relevant information. Next we have the concept of neural networks. Again, another branch of artificial intelligence, is basically responsible for solving complex and poorly understood problems. So if there is a certain set of problem जिसकी information complete नहीं है या समझना उनको बहुत मुश्किल है, so again this tries to solve those kind of problems. Again, उसकी जो information है ये भी हो सकता है कि वो बहुत जगह फैली हुई हो, so it can handle large amounts of data as well, and it tries to find the patterns and relationship in that large amount of data, so as to figure out that what is related with what, और उस सारी information को एक structured form में लाके it can give a solution to the certain problem. So again, finding patterns in relationship again is the work of the human brain. So this neural networks basically imitate the processing and capabilities of the human brain as well. अब ये क्या करते हैं? They basically learn patterns from large quantities of data and have the ability to relearn. So for example, if they have learned that this is the kind of pattern that is being created, but this pattern is not ending up in a proper solution, then they try to relearn the patterns in the relationship again, from the large amount of data, and try to come up with a solution again. So this is how these neural networks work. Again, neural networks के जो uses हैं, they can be used in medicine, they can be used in science, they can be used in business. For example, they can be used in pattern classification, in prediction, in financial analysis, and control and optimization. So again, a lot of complex tasks, something that cannot be understood easily, and something that cannot be easily understood by the human beings again. So उस सारे data के अंदर से patterns और relationships create करके they try to solve a problem or come up to a certain solution. Right, next we have the expert systems जिनकी हमने बात की थी पहले भी. So expert systems basically क्या हैं? They're not only used to store the data, store the information or store the knowledge, but they can also use that knowledge as well, or allow other people to use that knowledge that is stored in the expert system. So again, expert system basically behaves similarly to a human expert in a particular field. So human expert क्या होता है? Somebody who has the expertise, who has the vast amount of knowledge in a certain field. So similarly, this is how the expert systems work. Expert systems जो होंगे, they will not be about different fields. Expert system अगर एक किस्म का है, then that means it would be about a certain field. For example, if there is a medical expert system, that means it will be responsible for different kinds of diagnosis, and it will have the information that is concerned with the medicine only. So it will not have financial information or financial knowledge, etc. So this is how the expert systems work, similarly to the human experts. So these are developed to perform the tasks that are initially done by the human experts as well, which means they can be developed to diagnose problems, predict future events, and solve energy problems. And like human beings, जिस तरह हमने बोला था पहले भी कि आपके जो intelligence का एक concept है, that is the use of heuristics. Again, expert systems जो हैं वो inferences करते हैं, heuristics use करते हैं, relationships find करते हैं to come up with the solutions and to solve a certain problem that is related with either diagnosis, either future events, or either solving any kind of energy problems. So, for example, an agriculture company can use an expert system to find the best fertilizer mix for soil, and also they want to go for they want to do these decisions or go for a certain kind of fertilizer in order to reduce costs as well. So this is one example of where expert systems can be used. Again, when we talk about expert systems, तो हमने ये बोला है कि they contain the knowledge about a certain field. So when we say knowledge about a certain field, that means कि that will go into the depth of the knowledge, कि उस field के ऊपर जितनी भी knowledge हो सकती है वो उसमें maintain करेंगे. So that means कि इससे आप imagine कर सकते हैं your expert systems का जो databases जिनको हम for the moment कहते हैं कि वो कितना extensive होगा, उनको develop करने में कितना time लगेगा. That if you want a perfectly working expert system, then that means कि उन systems को develop करना, उन systems को maintain करना, again it requires dedication, it requires time and money. So that's why creating expert systems is not an easy job, and they are very difficult and expensive to build. So that's why they can be used only in situations where it is worth to spend that much amount of time and money. Worth means कि अगर आप time and money उस system पे लगा रहे हैं, इस किस्म के information system पे लगा रहे हैं, then means कि उसका जो result भी होना चाहिए वो उस time and money से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. That means it should give the business more value than the amount of time and money that is going into creating that information system. And pretty much that goes for all kinds of information systems that the organizations are building. Right जी, so यहाँ पे for example थोड़े से points given हैं that define कि किस किस जगह के ऊपर expert systems use कर सकते हैं और किस किस जगह पे वो फायदेमंद हो सकते हैं. So number one is when they provide expertise that is expensive or rare. Again, these systems can be used where you want to have the expertise, where that expertise is crucial for the organization or to achieving the organization goals, but that expertise is either expensive to get, or it is rare. For example, the human experts are not available, or there are very few human experts available, and you need to store and maintain that expertise for a longer period of time. Again, it can be used to develop solutions faster than human experts. Again, जो मैंने पहले भी बात की थी कि machine का again फायदा ये होता है कि उसकी जो processing होती है वो faster होती है. So it can be used in situations where the organization requires faster problem solving or faster expertise than the human experts can give. Next, we have that they are used to develop systems more consistent than human experts. That means कि आपके इस किस्म की situation में use हो सकते हैं expert systems जहाँ पे आपको required a consistent knowledge or consistent expertise than a human expert can give. Also, expert systems can be used to capture and preserve irreplaceable human expertise. अगेन ये वाला जो कॉन्सेप्ट है ये आगे चल के हम केस स्टडी में भी देखेंगे कि आपके किस तरह एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत थी कि वो अपना पुराना जो नॉलेज है उसको मेंटेन करें एंड also provide that knowledge to the coming generations as well. So they can be used for capturing and preserving the expertise that cannot be replaced. कि वो दोबारा से expertise उस company के पास नहीं आ सकती है, so they need to maintain that expertise and save that expertise for the future generations. Then also they can be used in situations when expertise is required at same time or in hostile environments. Again, hazardous या hostile environments में again expertise required है तो आपके expert systems काम आएंगे. Or when again it is when you have, for example, one a human expert and you need the expertise of his to be provided in different situations or different areas or different locations के ऊपर, then again you can have the expert system जो कि ये वाली expertise provide कर रहा हूँ. Right, so here was a brief introduction to the expert systems. That expert systems basically imitate or mimic or they behave similarly to how the human experts work, and उनका functionality वही है जो human experts की होती है. That is, they are containing that knowledge and they are allowing different people to use that knowledge that they have maintained. आगे चल के हम देखते हैं कि expert systems जो हैं what is their composition and what are they composed of. So the components of expert systems are the following. We have the explanation facility, inference engine, knowledge base acquisition facility. That means कि knowledge base के अंदर जो knowledge डाल रही है वो किस interface के through जा रही है. Experts जो हैं वो knowledge अपनी put in कर रहे हैं एक system के अंदर. And again there's a user interface which the users use to interact with the whole knowledge management system, which the users use to interact with the expert system. So again we said that there's a vast amount of knowledge that is saved or stored in the expert systems. So that consists of the knowledge base. That is all stored in the knowledge base. And inferencing and case-based reasoning or other kind of techniques are applied through the inference engine जहाँ पे सारी processing हो रही है और वो सारी information के किस किस्म की logic use कर रहा है आपका expert system, that is all stored in the explanation facility. इस सारी चीज़ को हम detail में देख लेते हैं कि आपके जो आपके persons हैं जो deal कर रहे हैं expert system के साथ, they can be the users who require the expertise or who want to use that expertise as well, and the experts basically who are providing that expert system with the expertise. So इसमें experts की जो expertise है वो सारी store जो knowledge है वो store हो रहा है, and that is being used by the users by the help of the inference engine and knowledge base. So आगे चल के हम इसको detail में देखते हैं ये क्या components हैं. Right, then we have the knowledge base. The first component जो हमने बोला था expert systems का, हम पहले knowledge base को देख लेते हैं. That knowledge base basically again is it's जिस तरह आपको नाम लग रहा है, it's again an extension of the database as well as the decision support system. So इसकी एक extension है जिसको हम knowledge base कहते हैं, and it contains all the relevant information, the data, the rules, the cases, as well as the relationships and patterns that the expert systems use to do a certain kind of problem solving. So basically आपके knowledge base जो है that contains all the relevant information, all the relevant cases, all the relevant rules जो भी experts ने उसके अंदर डाले हैं, and that can be used by the inference engine. So and again this knowledge base is unique. Like we said that expert systems जो हैं, for example जिस तरह human expert होता है वो एक expert एक field में होता है, इसी तरह expert systems जो हैं वो भी expert है एक field में, and that's why the knowledge base also contains the information related to that field only. Again, like we have said that it's a medical expert system, then its knowledge base it can contain the data about the medical diagnosis as well as diseases and symptoms. So this is what the knowledge base of a medical ES will contain. Again, all kinds of information related with the medicine. Like we said that आपका जो knowledge base है, it's not simply a database. It is an extension of the database plus the decision support system. So it is basically a wider variety of databases का एक next step जिसको हम कह देते हैं वो है. So इसके knowledge base basically 4 kinds of tools use करते हैं as they are mentioned here. Number 1 is assembling the human experts. So number 1 tool that the knowledge base uses is assembling the human experts, means that कि उन जो human experts को जो required है information या जो भी knowledge required है वो वाली information capture कर रहे हैं या वो वाली knowledge capture कर रहे हैं. And they're basically assembling the knowledge of the different people. जो भी expert system में अपनी knowledge add in करते हैं वो उन सब चीज़ों को assemble करता है. Knowledge base का first जो job है या first tool जो है वो उसका वो ये काम कर रहा है. Second tool is concerned with using the fuzzy logic. Fuzzy logic means that you're capturing the knowledge and relationships that are not precise or not very, you can say they're not very exact. So fuzzy logic is basically concerned with the kind of knowledge or the information that is not very precise or not very exact. Again, this is how this is pretty much like how our human mind works, कि वो उस किस्म की information भी process कर सकता है या knowledge process कर सकता है जो कि बिल्कुल exact नहीं है या बहुत precise नहीं है या उसके अंदर थोड़ी बहुत ambiguity है या थोड़ा बहुत इस किस्म की चीज़ है कि yes it may be and it not be. So again इसके अंदर एक concept आ जाता है probability. So knowledge bases has the tool that deals with probability and we evaluate imprecise conditions as well. Right ji. Next tool जो knowledge base का है, that is concerned with using the rules. So rule is basically applied to different kinds of knowledge that are placed or saved in the knowledge base. अब rules जो हैं उसका basic format इस किस्म का होता है that there's a if statement, there's a then statement, and at times there's an else statement as well. So that means if के बाद वो condition को define करता है कि if this happens then, तो then वाले then की जो statements होती हैं, these are basically the output or the result if a certain condition is fulfilled. So if a certain condition is fulfilled, then the certain number of statements are executed. So this is basically the rule that is applied on different knowledge. Else वो वाली condition है कि अगर ये then वाली condition statements जो हैं then वाली condition fulfill नहीं होती, then else the system can do something else. So these are the kind of rules that जो ये वाला statement का जो pattern बनता है, these can be programmed into different kinds of languages, and these are the basic rule forming and conditional statements जिनको हम कहते हैं that are used for again for problem solving and for defining what needs to be done and what needs to be done in a certain case or in a certain condition. So जितने ज़्यादा rules होंगे, जितने ज़्यादा if then else for example लगाए होंगे, then that means कि आपका जो result है वो more precise होता चला जाएगा. So then again this means that the precision of a certain result depends upon the number of rules applied. The next one is the tool that allows the using of cases. Cases basically क्या हैं? It's a process that finds cases stored in the knowledge base and modifies the solution accordingly. इसको हम case-based reasoning भी बोलते हैं. आगे चल के इसका पूरा topic है, then we're going to go into the detail of this cases कि जो knowledge base है वो cases किस तरह use कर सकते हैं, वो किस तरह use होते हैं. So these are basically the 4 tools जो हैं knowledge base के, वो ये वाला काम करते हैं. Number 1 is they assemble the human expertise, in other words, and they use the fuzzy logic again to come up with solutions. They use rules to come up with solutions, and again use cases. All of these things are used to come up with different kinds of solutions. So again, as it is, as you can see in this figure as well, that database के जो raw facts हैं, that are converted into the information and decision support system. All of this combined makes the knowledge base patterns and relationships. So throughout this sort of process जो आपको नज़र आ रहा है, database के अंदर जो raw facts हैं बहुत कम अंडरस्टैंडिंग उनसे मिलती है, जो इंफॉर्मेशन एंड डिसीजन सपोर्ट सिस्टम्स है दैट बेसिकली उनसे अंडरस्टैंडिंग मोर रिफाइंड हो जाती है. बट व्हेन यू यूज द नॉलेज बेस्ड पैटर्न्स एंड रिलेशनशिप, उससे जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग का लेवल है दैट बिकम्स इवन मोर रिफाइंड. सो like we said again, that knowledge base basically is an extension of the database and decision support systems, so that आपका जो problem solving जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा refine हो जाता है at this expert systems level. right जी. Next we have the inference engine, जिसकी हमने पहले भी देखा था expert system का very important component of the expert system. So it seeks information and relationships from the knowledge base. That is के knowledge base में जितने भी rules जो हमने बोला था, data, information, relationship, rules, cases, वो सब store हुए हैं. It takes that information from the knowledge base. और करता क्या, वो सारी information को लेके provides the answers, predictions, suggestions like a human expert. So basically your inference engine basically here is working, is the major processing जिधर हो रही है, जो knowledge base के अंदर से वो सारी चीजें उठा रहा है और predictions और suggestions दे रहा है like a human expert, or in other words it's giving an expert advice. अब दो तरीके हैं जिस तरह ये काम करता है. Number one is backward chaining. Backward chaining means it starts with conclusions and works backwards to the supporting facts. Like for example, if this is the conclusion, then it starts to figure out that these are the facts associated with it to come up to a certain to solve a certain problem. Forward chaining may it starts with the basic facts and works and tries to create a relationship between the different facts and works towards to the conclusion and trying to basically evaluate the logic of the different patterns and to solve certain problems. Again, आपका जो inference engine है, like we said, it's using the knowledge base. That means it is using the fuzzy logic from the knowledge base. It is using those rules. So if then as statements saved हैं knowledge base में rules वो use कर रहे हैं. It's also using different cases to solve certain problems and give predictions and suggestions. For example, inference engine can be used for forecasting future sales. So again, it is taking information from the knowledge base of any marketing field, and it is of a certain organization, and it is giving a prediction of the future sales by looking at the data or by using the backward chaining and forward chaining on the information and knowledge placed in the knowledge base. Then next component is the explanation facility. Explanation facility basically allows a user or a decision maker to understand how the expert system has come up with a certain solution or how it has arrived to a certain conclusion or results. That means के आपकी explanation facility में वो सारी logic save की गई होती है जो कि आपके expert system में या inference engine ने use की है to come up with a certain solution, और जो भी उसने suggestion दिया या conclusion put किया है वो उस conclusion पे किस तरह आया है, all that information is saved in the explanation facility. So this is very useful even for the users and even for the experts to see that के जो expert system है उसने logic कौन सी use की है, and also to see if they are using the correct form of logic or not. For example, a doctor can find out the logic or rationale of diagnosis made by a medical expert system. Again, अगर medical expert system ने किसी भी बीमारी का diagnosis किया है, then the doctor can look at the explanation facility to figure out के how has it come up to that certain conclusion. Next component is knowledge acquisition facility. Again, a very important component of the knowledge expert system is because के knowledge को acquire करना and a proper method of creating and updating that expertise is very important, and it is very crucial. So it provides a convenient and effective means of capturing and storing all components of the knowledge base. That is, the experts जो हैं वो अपनी expertise अगर feed in कर रहे हैं एक expert system में, then there has to be a facility जो कि उनको facilitate करे कि वो कौन से proper तरीके से information उसमें डाल सकते हैं, knowledge किस तरह डाल सकते हैं, so that the inference engine can use it properly. So all that knowledge then will be stored in the knowledge base. So basically ये आपका एक interface की तरह काम करता है for the experts to provide any kinds of knowledge. So knowledge acquisition is the basic purpose of this component. And either this knowledge acquisition can be a manual process or a mixture of manual and automated procedures. Again, आपके जो जिस तरीके से knowledge acquire कर रहा है वो system, again it can be manual, that the expert is basically typing or writing something or putting in information जो कि आपका एक interface दिया गया है expert को, so that it can add in the knowledge for the expert system. Then the last component of the expert system is the user interface. Again, that is providing interface to the users to communicate with expert systems. Is a specialized user interface. इसके अंदर जो software use हो रहा है, that is a specialized user interface software. So user interface जो है, because if there is a certain person who needs to use the expert system, that means कि उस user को जो required होंगी चीजें वो उसी किस्म का expert system बनाने की कोशिश करेगा, that this is the kind of expert system that I require. That's why the user interface basically is employed for designing, creating, updating and using the expert systems as well. Because a user would require the functionalities from the expert system, कि जो भी functionalities उस user को required हैं वो वाली functionalities उस expert system में देखना पसंद करेगा. That's why आपका जो user interface है, it's not just about what the user is going to see, but it's also about how the user can create and design that expert system so that it can use it in a better way for operational efficiency. So this user interface can also be used to make development and use of an expert system easier for users and decision makers. So इससे क्या होता है कि आप एक तो ये कि development side के ऊपर भी user interface use होता है, so as to create that expert system, and it also allows the users of the expert system कि उनको easier or friendly user interface मिले. And unlike the decision support systems में जिसमें हमने बोला था कि उनका जो user interface होता है या dashboard होता है, that's very colorful और उसके अंदर charts वगैरह होते हैं, and that has the key performance indicators as well. On the other hand, आपका जो expert systems का जो interface होता है, that is mostly textual, जो उसकी information user को नजर आ रही होती है, that is mostly in a textual format rather than graphical. Right, the participants in the development and using expert systems जो हैं, these are the basic three participants होते हैं. Number one is again the domain expert. Domain क्या होता है, is a specific area of knowledge. Again जो जिसको हम field बोलते हैं, या specific area या specific field of knowledge. So like we said again, expert systems जो आते हैं वो एक ही domain को cover करते हैं, एक ही field को cover करते हैं. That's why the domain expert again is a participant in creating the expert system. Next we have the knowledge engineer. Knowledge engineer is basically concerned with the designing, developing and implementation of the expert system. Then we have the knowledge user. Knowledge user again somebody who is going to use the knowledge of the expert system. Is anybody जिसको वो expertise required होगी जो एक expert system दे रहा है. Right, next we have the case-based reasoning, जिसमें हमने पहले भी बोला था that knowledge base also consists of the tools for using cases. So इसको हम case-based reasoning भी बोलते हैं, that the experience of human specialists is stored in the form of cases. For example, if a certain problem has occurred, then उस problem का वो पूरा case बना के store करते हैं, that this is how the certain problem occurred, इसके ये feature थे problems के, solve हमने इस तरीके से किया है. So all that information is stored in the knowledge base. So system searches for the stored cases with problem characteristics similar to the new one and apply that closest fit. So for example, if a new kind of problem occurs, तो जो आपका expert system है, that looks for the similar kind of case that is already stored in the knowledge base. तो वो वाला जो case निकाल के वो लाता है वो closest fit होता है. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो exactly उसी problem को cater कर रहा हो, लेकिन it can be something close to that. So उस किस्म का जो उसने techniques apply की होती हैं to solve that problem, वही किस्म की टेक्निक्स वो अप्लाई करता है टू सॉल्व दैट न्यू काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम। तो इस चीज को हम केस बेस्ड रीजनिंग बोलते हैं। अगेन रूल्स उसमें अप्लाई हो रहे होते हैं, इफ देन एल्स, और उसके जो यूजेस हैं अगेन दैट्स द मेडिसिन एंड customer support. So case-based reasoning again is the use of cases to solve a certain problem. पहले अगर कोई केस हुआ हुआ है that is stored, और ये भी हो सकता है कि organization has already stored different kinds of problem scenarios or problem cases in the knowledge base so that these cases can be used to solve different other kinds of problems as well. And in turn, if there अगर problem अगर उसके किस्म का case नहीं मिल रहा, then again the expert system can do other kind of techniques to solve the problem, और फिर वो वाला problem जो है वो store हो जाता है, जो new problem जो है वो भी store हो जाता है आपके knowledge base में। राइट जी, बहुत ज़्यादा एप्लीकेशंस हमने साथ साथ देख भी लिए हैं, एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम्स एंड आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस। सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम यूजिंग देम फॉर मेडिसिन एंड अदर काइंड्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल फोरकास्टिंग, दे कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर क्रेडिट ग्रांटिंग एंड लोन एनालिसिस. These systems can be used for budgeting, they can be used in games, like we said, chess games के लिए use हो रहा है. Then they can also be used for information management and retrieval, that is by the help of using bots. Again, जो हमने बात की थी information retrieval की, so that it looks at the different kinds of distributed databases over the internet. They can be used for plant layout and manufacturing, कि किस location पे determine करना है कि किस location के ऊपर plant create कर सकते हैं. Then they can also be used for catching cheats and terrorists. They can be used in hospitals and medical facilities, like I said before. And again, there is a special kind of artificial intelligence that can be used for virus detections as well. So neural networks जो हैं आपके basically वो virus detection के लिए use हो सकते हैं. Right, next I'm going to go through the main important points of the case study with you. That is about the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission. इसको हम डिटेल में देखेंगे, इसके थोड़े से पॉइंट्स देखेंगे, व्हाट आर द मेन पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम द केस स्टडी, लेकिन क्वेश्चंस अभी नहीं करेंगे, इसके क्वेश्चन आंसर्स आई विल गिव यू एज एन असाइनमेंट. राइट जी, सो इसका केस स्टडी है दैट इज अबाउट द सैन फ्रांसिस्को पब्लिक यूटिलिटीज कमीशन. Then what is the basic work is they need to preserve the expertise with better knowledge management. So that means that they are using the knowledge management. This case study is about using the knowledge management जो हमने पहले भी बोला था. They need to capture as well as maintain the knowledge that or the expertise that they cannot replace afterwards. Right जी. आगे चल के देखते हैं कि इस कंपनी का बेसिक काम क्या है. दैट इट प्रोवाइड्स द वाटर, वेस्ट वाटर, म्यूनिसिपल पावर सर्विसेज. सो दिस इज द बेसिक वर्क ऑफ द कंपनी. एंड एज यू कैन सी इट्स अ बिग कंपनी. उसके 4 डिविजन्स हैं, रीजनल वाटर, लोकल वाटर, पावर एंड वेस्ट वाटर. इट हैज़ ओवर 2000 एम्प्लॉयज. सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज, और एम्प्लॉयज जो हैं वो रिटायर भी हो जाते हैं, न्यू एम्प्लॉयज भी आ जाते हैं. सो अगेन they need to manage the knowledge and the expertise of the older employees as well. The company's mission basically is to provide customers with reliable, high quality, affordable water and wastewater treatment while efficiently managing human, physical and natural resources as well. So इस कंपनी का मिशन क्या है कि वो reliable, high quality और affordable water and wastewater treatment अपने जो customers हैं उनको provide करें. So they don't want to move away from this organization goal या organizational mission जो इनका है. Again, they need an information system. On the whole, हम उसको information system ही बोलेंगे because knowledge management again is one form of the information system that they want to use for the company so as to maintain that mission, so as to maintain that organizational goal. Problem क्या arise हो रहा है इस कंपनी के पास is that employees are retiring from the technical positions. There are a number of employees जो कि retire हो रहे हैं technical positions से. That means so all that technical knowledge जो है या technical expertise जो है वो उनके साथ चला जाएगा. And need to train new employees and maintain the knowledge of the retiring workers. So since the older people are leaving and they need to train the new people, and also they want to maintain the knowledge of those retiring workers. Righty. So what is the basic organizational need जो एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को चाहिए है वो ये है कि they need to rearrange operations so that generational swap doesn't affect their operational capability, and they need to figure out a way to capture knowledge and communicate it further. So दो बेसिक चीज़ें उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को करनी है. एक तो ये कि उनको अपने ऑपरेशंस को थोड़ा रीअरेंज करना पड़ेगा इन सच अ वे कि वो जो जनरेशन गैप क्रिएट हो रहा है बिटवीन दोज टेक्निकल वर्कर्स डजंट अफेक्ट देयर ऑपरेशनल कैपेबिलिटी. एंड ऑल्सो दे नीड टू capture the knowledge and communicate it further to the new generation of employees. And this in turn translates into the challenges of the organization is number one, capturing knowledge in an efficient manner and of the retiring workers, also transferring this knowledge to the newcomers, and also maintain the reliability and accountability as well. So that means they don't want to lose their mission, they don't want to lose the knowledge, and they want to do everything in an effective manner so that जो उनका knowledge transfer है वो बहुत smooth हो and there is no drawback या उसमें कोई problem ना create हो. So for this they implemented the business process management and workflow solution. So this is the kind of software that they implemented. And why did they implement this business process management? Number one, जो organization need का point था, that is to rearrange the operations so that उनके जो business processes हैं जो उस किस्म के processes हैं that were taking a lot of time उसको automate कर रहे हैं. इस point को basically कैसे कर रहे हैं. So basically वो वाले जो processes हैं जो उनके automate हो सकते हैं वो उनको automate कर दें और फिजूल में manual ना रखें. So there were quite a number of changes that they had to go through on the business process level. Right, next for the knowledge management they had this software called the Enterprise Process Center. As Process Center के अब different functionalities थी. Number one was managing knowledge retention, establishing ways of sharing information, and defining roles and responsibilities. So the basic work of this software or the application that they were using was to manage knowledge retention. Retention means maintaining that knowledge, and establish ways of sharing the knowledge as well as defining the roles and responsibilities to the new people who were hired. And इसका एक basic जो function था, that was it showed the flow charts of the business processes so that different business processes could be understood in a better manner. Also share business process information and knowledge required to execute these processes as well. Then what they did was they identified the obsolete processes, means वो वाले processes जो पुराने हो गए थे या वो वाले processes जो खामखा duplicate हो रहे थे, and applied automation or eliminating the outdated tasks as well. Right. Now the next step for this application was to find expertise. That means breakdown of large-scale process knowledge into more manageable pieces, thus allowed more users to contribute. Expertise get करने के लिए again जो knowledge acquisition वाला part है, like we said, was a more important part. उसके लिए they broke down, उन्होंने modular sort of approach apply की, large-scale process knowledge को manageable pieces में convert किया. That means कि अगर एक टॉपिक को आप डिफरेंट छोटे छोटे टॉपिक्स में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, दैट मीन्स के ज़्यादा लोग फिर उसके अंदर इनपुट देना शुरू करते हैं, बिकॉज फिर वो जो आपका टॉपिक है वो वेग नहीं रहता, एक बहुत स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक बन जाता है एंड डिफरेंट पीपल कैन गिव इनपुट्स ऑन दैट सर्टेन टॉपिक. सो दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट दे डिड. देन they wanted to find the final product, that is the centralized electronic knowledge base create की with the graphical display as well as different videos of how a certain thing needs to be done, because it was all the technical information. That's why different videos भी उन्होंने रखी है कि अगर ये वाला काम इस तरह हो रहा है, then the new person can have a look at the video and उस तरह वो बहुत ज़्यादा और confident हो जाते हैं कि this is how we can do the job and yes we can do this job similarly or in a better way. Right, so this was a small case study about how one company has used knowledge management and how it has redefined its different business processes and used different softwares and information systems to basically retain the knowledge of the retiring workers and also disseminate or share the knowledge with the different workers that were being hired, the new workers that were being hired. So उसके लिए उन्होंने different चीज़ें की थी that were basically beneficial for them in the long run, so that they could maintain the knowledge for a longer period of time. So this is where we're going to end our chapter of the knowledge management, जिसमें हमने देखा था शुरू में what is knowledge, what are the dimensions of knowledge and the different kinds of knowledge management system. जिसमें आज हमने देखा था कि आपका third knowledge management system was all about artificial intelligence and expert systems. So artificial intelligence again is all about imitating the human intelligence, and expert systems में भी यही वाली functionality use हुई है that human experts को copy किया गया expert systems में. So this was the basic functionality of expert systems, is to provide expertise in a certain field. So this is where we're going to end the lecture. Thank you very much. We're going to meet in the next lecture.